Hey, this is Dave Breslow back here with you. In today's mental golf coaching training tip, I want to talk to you about a phrase I remember hearing in a movie that I saw several years back. Maybe you've seen it too. It was a Tom Cruise movie called The Last Samurai. And if you did see the movie, and you might remember, there was a scene in there where he was practicing fighting with the swords, except it was those wooden sticks they were using to practice and improve their skills at sword fighting. And he decided to pick up one of those wooden sticks and started fighting with one of the members of the group that he was living with after he was captured, the samurai. And so he was in a battle with this particular samurai who was training the other samurais, and he kept getting beat up. He kept losing, until finally one of the people came up to him while he was lying on the ground after being struck again in the head, and he said, "Too many mind." And Tom Cruise said, "What do you mean?" And the kid said, "You're thinking about who's watching, you're thinking about your opponent, you're thinking about trying to swing the stick or the sword. Too many mind." So I want to talk to you today as golfers about the phrase, too many mind. This is a very common experience for a lot of golfers out there in the world. Too many mind. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that you're out there on the golf course and your mind is so busy and so active that you have too much going on in your mind. You're focusing on the wrong things at the wrong time, and it's producing negative results. Please understand, and if you've been following me for a little while, you know how much I talk about the mind-body-emotion connection. And in fact, when I talk about the mental game, and I prove to people it is their game, not just part of their game, this is why. Because the mental game, as I teach it, only has these three components: the mind, the body, and the emotions. So if your mind is cluttered with all sorts of thoughts that are ineffective, then it's going to translate into your emotions and into your body, and it's going to change the way you swing the golf club. It's going to change the way you feel. It's going to change what you do. It does this by law. It's not my opinion. It's the way we're all put together and made. So, too many mind. What do you want to do about that? Well, there are so many golfers I speak to that say, "Look, Dave, my mind is so busy. I'm thinking about the club selection, I'm thinking about the wind, I'm thinking about the people I'm playing with, I'm thinking about my score, I'm thinking about results, I'm thinking about all these, I'm thinking about home, I'm thinking about work." I mean, all these things are running through our minds because in our society, we've actually been taught that it's okay to multitask. So we're out on the golf course actually multitasking, and we don't even realize it. What it tends to lead us to is very unfocused. We're scattered. So too many mind literally means that we have too much on our minds. So what can you do about that? Step one is first to be aware. It's always step one. If you're not aware that you're doing this, you really can't do anything about it. It's just going to keep happening and happening and happening. Step two is, when you catch your mind thinking too much, ask yourself this very simple question. Am I focusing on things I have 100% control over right now or not? Simple question. I'll repeat it. Am I focusing on things I have 100% control over right now or not? It's an interesting question because when you ask it, your mind is going to give you an answer. It's going to say to you things like, "Oh, you know what? You're focusing on results. Do you have 100% control over those? No." "Oh, you're focusing on work-related stuff. Do you have 100% control over those right now? No." "Oh, you're focusing on club selection. Do you have 100% control over that right now? Yes, you do." So what's going to happen when you ask this question? It's going to weed out all the garbage that is weighing you down, literally, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Because thoughts are things. They're going to weigh you down, and they're going to affect the way you feel and the way you produce a golf swing. There's no way around it. By law, this is what's happening. You can't change it. All you can do is choose the proper thoughts that are going to give you what you want, which is to feel good and to move your body better. That you can do. So here's the tip for today. A very, very simple check-in question. Am I focusing on things I have 100% control over or not? This will get rid and certainly greatly reduce, that's for sure, too many mind. So check that out. Try it at the driving range. If you end up thinking too much there, definitely try it on the course and see what happens. Would love to hear your results. So get in a cyber chat with me on the site, and I would love to hear your feedback and what happens to you. Of course, come on over to www.mentalgolfcoaching.com. Got a whole bunch of free stuff for you over there. I would love to see you visit over there as well. Good to be with you. Take care.